Hey there, and welcome. So, your business is growing. That's fantastic news. But with that growth, often comes some, financial growing pains. Today, we're going to dive into how a little strategic outsourcing can totally transform your finance team, turning them from overworked operators into the forward-thinking strategists you really need them to be. Let's get into it.
So, does this question hit a little close to home? You've got this brilliant team, right? But are they spending pretty much all their time just processing invoices or prepping for tax season with zero bandwidth left for the big picture? If you're nodding along, trust me, you are not alone.
And look, the good news is, all this busy work is a direct result of your success. But, and it's a big but, the flip side is that it creates a massive bottleneck. When your sharpest financial minds are just stuck in the weeds with administrative tasks, your company's strategic growth gets put on pause.
So, let's break this down. What do these growing pains actually look and feel like in a day-to-day life of your finance team?
It usually starts out pretty manageable, Preparing some tax returns, processing a few invoices. Each task is critical, sure, but as your business starts to scale up, the sheer volume just explodes. And that simple checklist, it turns into a relentless wave of operational work that never seems to end.
But the real cost here isn't just about being busy. It's about what your team isn't doing. See, every single hour they spend on that routine paperwork is an hour they can't spend on high-value stuff like financial forecasting or long-term strategic planning. The activities that actually drive future growth.
Okay, so this brings us to a really powerful solution. It's time we reframe how we think about outsourcing. It's not a last resort, it's a deliberate, strategic shift designed to unlock your team's real potential.
The logic here is so simple, but it's incredibly powerful. By handing off those repetitive, time-sucking tasks to external specialists, you free up your internal team's time and, just as importantly, their mental energy. This lets them pivot from just, keeping the lights on to actually helping steer the ship.
So what's actually in this outsourcing toolkit? Let's take a look at two key services that are specifically designed to tackle the biggest administrative headaches your finance team is probably facing right now.
So the two pillars of this whole strategy are tax prep outsourcing and accounts payable, or AP outsourcing. One of them handles that complex seasonal nightmare of tax compliance, while the other manages the constant daily flood of invoices and payments. At their core, both are about bringing in focused, specialized expertise.
Now, when we say tax prep outsourcing, we're talking about a really comprehensive service. This isn't just about filling out a couple of forms. It's about reviewing all your records, organizing the documents, and making absolutely sure you're fully compliant with tax laws that, let's be honest, are always changing. It is a huge weight off your team's shoulders, especially during that crazy busy season.
And then on the other side of the coin, you've got accounts payable outsourcing. This is all about streamlining your day-to-day financial engine. From the moment an invoice comes in the door to the second a payment goes out, these services handle the entire process. They ensure everything's accurate, on time, and that your vendor relationships stay healthy. Okay, so we know what these services are, but let's talk about the payoff. What are the real, tangible benefits you can actually expect when you put these solutions in place?
Let's break down these advantages. With tax prep, you get way better management of that chaotic tax season and instant access to deep tax law expertise. For AP, you get much faster invoice processing and professional workflows that cut down on errors. But look at where they overlap. Both services seriously boost your accuracy and give you incredible scalability. That means you can grow without having to immediately hire more people for these specific roles. It's huge.
Now, while each of these services is powerful all on its own, the real magic, well, that happens when you integrate them. Combining them creates this amazing synergy that just elevates your entire financial operation.
So check out how this works. By combining these services, you create a truly seamless system. First, you get your workflows all organized into one cohesive process. That naturally reduces the daily grind for your team, which then directly improves the accuracy of your financial reporting because everything is just consistent and reliable. And what's the ultimate outcome? Your team is finally truly empowered to focus on what really matters most, driving strategic growth.
Okay, let's bring it all home. What does your finance team actually look like in this new future-focused model?
This right here might be the single most important takeaway. There's often this fear that outsourcing means replacing people, but that's not the goal at all. It's about elevating your existing team by taking away the very tasks that are holding them back. When it comes down to it, outsourcing handles all that repetitive, operational work so your talented accountants can finally become the strategic financial advisors your business needs them to be. You're not losing a team member, you're unlocking their true potential.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Just imagine your team completely freed from that daily grind. What new opportunities could they uncover? What crucial insights could they find in the numbers? What kind of growth could they drive for your business? That's the power of working smarter. Thanks for tuning in.